is the PVL, the heart of volleyball.
We went to the Visayas, to Northern and Southern Luzon. Now we welcome you to Calabarzon inside the 5,000-seater Dasmariñas Arena in Dasmariñas, Cavite for day number 1 of the knockout round of the Premier Volleyball League on tour. And our games today, we kick things off with the Farm Fresh Foxies looking to bounce back after their loss as they take on the winless Capital One Solar Spikers. And in the second game today, the 3-2 Cheritigo Crossovers, coming off back-to-back losses, take on another winless team in the Galleries Tower High Risers. From here on in, all matches will be a single game, a do or die. Louis Romero, now the second center in the lineup. There is Roma Doromal for the Solar Spikers. Hi everybody, thank you for watching us on One Sports Plus, RPTV, and Pilipinas Live. Eric Tipan alongside Ayel Estranero and Lexi Rodriguez. Now Ayel, you were a player before. What's the, I guess, mood in the dugout? You have to win or your season, your preseason conference tournament is over.
You just have to stay optimistic. You have a last chance, the one chance to move forward to the quarterfinals, so you really have to bring your A game.
There are only 2 days of this knockout round. So one's today and another one next week. Only 4 teams will qualify. The other 4 will go home. There are already 4 teams out in the quarterfinals. We'll give you a better look at the situation right now.
An update of what happened the past week. So 12 teams divided into 2 pools, single round robin. Top 2 teams will move forward to the quarterfinals. Talking about PLDT and NextLed for Pool A and Signal and Creamline for Pool B. All the other 8 teams, the bottom 4 of each group, will move forward to the knockout round. This is where things get interesting. 8 teams still has a chance to move forward to the quarterfinals, but as we mentioned, it's a 1-game elimination. It takes 1 win to get into the quarterfinals. The winners, as mentioned, will move forward to the quarterfinals. That's 4 slots left. And then winners of the quarterfinals will move to the semifinals. Again, all games from the quarterfinals to the finals will be a 1-game elimination. That's how crucial each game will be moving forward in the PVL on tour.
All right, now we hope you've sort of picked it up already. Jolina de Guzman on your screens, or De La Cruz on your screens. Pia Abu there. Both teams coming off losses before their games today, so they obviously need to turn it around. Let's talk first about the Farm Fresh Foxies. Trisha Tubu, she's been on a tear since the start of the tournament. She's scored in double digits in all of their 5 games.
Exactly. Trisha Tubu has been the focal point of Farm Fresh offense. As you mentioned, double digits in all their games, 77 points in total, putting her 5th in scoring overall. And when she finds her flow, she can be difficult to stop. So we can expect the Foxies to heavily rely on her in terms of scoring.
But in order to get the ball to Trisha Tubu and the other offensive players of the Foxies, they're going to rely on the 3rd overall pick in the 2025 PVL draft, Alohi Robbins Hardy.
That's right. Kailangan gumana ni Trisha Tubu, but Alohi Robinson-Hardy has a bigger role in how she will utilize the other spikers, and it will take all the spikers to contribute for them to get a win. Alohi may be a rookie in the PVL, but she is a veteran in terms of experience, so she will surely be relied on in terms of her stable presence on the court.
Well, to give us more information about the Farm Fresh Foxies, let's send it over to Lexi Rodriguez.
Thanks, Eric. You know, I want to pick on the line that you said that Alohi may be a rookie for the team. She may be new to the team, but you know, she's definitely a veteran in terms of the experience, and that is why she very well chimes in with Louis Romero, actually. You know, I got to speak with Alohi, and she told me that, you know, there's no ego, there's no competition between the 2 of them, even if they're both setters, because Louis as a captain is a really, really good captain. She may not look as vocal, but when they're off the court, when they're doing trainings or doing drills, they really talk to each other. Actually, the both of them, they share lots of moments together. They laugh about things. Even in their last game, they were talking about how yung rotation daw, it was wrong, and then they only noticed, like the referees just noticed it after 3 rounds. So then everybody, that 2 of them, they were laughing about it. So, you know, you can really see the chemistry, the connection between the 2 of them, and that's definitely something that we would want to find more on the court, especially the chemistry between the setters and the spikers as well.
Now let's talk about the Solar Spikers and check out the performance of these teams. They're going to rely on Genesis. She's been performing well twice so far in the preseason tournament. She scored in double digits.
Right, Trisha Genesis and Shola Alvarez have been the bright spot for the Capital One Solar Spikers. They are currently winless, but both these players continue to shine. Genesis has been trusted to do the heavy lifting in terms of scoring. Meanwhile, Shola Alvarez have shown her all-around game, but they were limited in their previous game against Akari. Only 4 points for Genesis and 8 points for Alvarez, so they can't afford to have a slow game today. They have to bring their A game to be able to get a win.
You see Shola Alvarez twice as well. She scored in double digits, but in their last game, the last loss, both of them in single digits only. So they're going to have to step it up today. Meantime, defense has been excellent for Doromal so far in the PVL on tour.
Well, Doromal has been the backbone of the defense of Capital One. She's currently 4th in receiving and 6th in digging. An overall game for her. Iris Tolenada could be that veteran presence. But Roma Doromal also has been a leader in terms of defense, something very important in their game given that most of their attackers are capable scorers. So Roma Doromal will also be an important contributor in this match today.
So Lexi, what is up with the Solar Spikers?
Well, you know, there's definitely light towards the tunnel, at the end of the tunnel for the Capital One Solar Spikers. They may not look like they may be winless on the board, but you know, their body language is saying otherwise. For Roma, the team's mindset today is don't lose the chance. Imagine that you can just clinch and get a spot just straight to the quarterfinals, even if you don't have a win. So that's definitely something that they're hoping for today. You know, she told me kanina na their thing is that they don't want to lose this big opportunity right here today. It's a do or die match. So who knows? You know what I mean? So to hear more about the mindset of today's and how the 2025 PVL on tour has been for the Capital One Solar Spikers, let's hear from Pia Abu.
Of course, malaking boost talaga siya knowing na madaming bago and yun nga, system nila Coach Jorge, bago din sa amin. So, isang malaking factor siya to our team na ma-build pa yung chemistry kasi iba talaga pa game eh. So na-apply namin yung mga pinag-training namin and in preparation din for the upcoming conferences. Super proud kasi kahit na kinakapos kami, makikita naman yung growth talaga ng team na lumalaban din. And yung mga games naman namin is, for me, good game talaga kasi dikit naman. And alam kong ginagawa namin yung best namin every game.
Again, that was Pia Abu from the Capital One Solar Spikers. It's definitely been a roller coaster ride for the Capital One, but one thing's for sure, their mantra for today is don't lose the chance. And as much as we would like to hear more from these players, we want to hear more from the passionate fans who have been with us all throughout this on-tour conference. That is why our question for you today from the Pilipinas Live app is which team will make big plays in crunch time? Is it the Farm Fresh Foxies or the Capital One Solar Spikers? Now, Eric and Ayel, I'm sure you guys are excited for this, but for the fans, you can also use the hashtag PVL on tour and hashtag PVL 2025. Now, going back, Eric and Ayel, I can't wait for these two knockout games today. What do you have in mind?
Oh, I just wanted to get going.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm excited.
Same.
It's winner take all. So let's get the games started. It is the Foxies and the Solar Spikers set number 1 coming up. Let's send it courtside for the protocol.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the city of Dasmariñas Arena and the 2025 PVL on tour of the Premier Volleyball League, the heart of volleyball. We are now in the knockout round, a very important match today, where the winners of these two matches will advance to the quarterfinal round. For our first match, match number 31, let us welcome our Farm Fresh Foxies and their challengers, our Capital One Solar Spikers. Officiating this match are our national officials. First referee, Mr. Fernando Velarde. Second referee, Mr. Daniel Palada. Let's welcome our starting lineup from our Farm Fresh Foxies. Let's begin with jersey number 1, Alohi Robbins Hardy. At number 4, Caitlin Viray. Wearing jersey number 8, Jolina De La Cruz. At number 9, Riza Andrea Cruz. Wearing jersey number 12, Trisha Tubu. And number 18, Lorene Torring. Starting libero is number 20, Anne Monares. And head coach, Mr. Alessandro Lodi. Calling on our Capital One Solar Spikers. Let's begin with jersey number 4, Maya Sholame Alvarez. At number 6, Trisha May Genesis. Wearing jersey number 9, Rovena Andrea Estrella. At number 10, Iris Janelle Tolenada. Number 12, Kesselyn Galdones. And number 25, Rachel Ann Ostero. Starting libero is their team captain, number 19, Roma May Doromal. And sitting in as head coach, Mr. Jerome Guhit.
Farm Fresh Foxies, only one player scoring in double digits, Trisha Tubu, and that starting lineup. So Aloha Robbins Hardy has her work cut out for her. Try to get De La Cruz, Monares, everybody involved both on offense and on defense. Meanwhile, for Capital One Solar Spikers, at least 3 players in double digits. In Estrella, they had Niegos in double digits coming off the bench. And Ostero had 11 as well. So they're sort of starting to get their rhythm.
Yep. And Capital One, in all their games, it has been close matches for them. They just couldn't close out. But for Farm Fresh Foxies, they missed that opportunity to automatically go to the quarterfinals after losing to next leg. So both teams clearly want to get the win today.
That one little behind Tubu, so it's an easy over. Estrella with a hit. That was an easy pickup as well for the defense. Now the double-handed push for Tubu into the net.
That set was also too short there for Trisha Tubu. Not enough space for her to adjust. We can expect a lot of sets going to Trisha Tubu. Again, she has been the leading scorer for her squad.
Should hurt a lot, especially if you're the Foxies with a 3-2 win-loss record, and then to not make it, losing to a team that got their first win against you in the knockoff round. Great start, though, for the Foxies. Another dump from the orange t-shirts.
Seems like they have a challenge here, talking about Capital One. Reaching beyond challenge against Trisha Tubu.
Now, how huge is it that Coach Jorge De Brito is not with the team? Acting head coach is Jerome Guhit. Of course, De Brito right now with Alas Pilipinas in Thailand.
Well, that's definitely huge. You want your head coach to be with you, especially in crucial games like this. But again, she has the responsibility with Alas Pilipinas, so that's something that Capital One just has to deal with and still play their A game.
All right, so it clearly doesn't look like it. And yeah, on confirmation, it is not a reaching beyond violation.
Early challenge there for Capital One.
So an attack point, the first one for the Foxies. All of the 2 points of the Solar Spikers, though, coming from errors of the Foxies.
Well, that's something that the Foxies also has to be mindful of. They can't give away a lot of free points here to Capital One.
Serving for the Solar Spikers.
Shola Alvarez, only 8 points as a starter in their loss against the Chargers. Nice dig coming from Tolenada. Genesis turned away.
Genesis denied.
Solid rejection there from the Foxies.
And tied at 2.
Let's check in courtside with Lexi Rodriguez.
You know, Eric and Nayel, do you guys know the saying that the team that stays together, that tours together, stays together? And you know, that's what the Capital One Solar Spikers is all about. And earlier we did talk about Trisha Genesis and how she is the leading scorer for their team. For today, they know that this is their shot to flip the script. And Trisha has been such a steady force for them. She also said that panalo man o matalo, basta buo pa rin kami. That says a lot about where their heads and hearts are going into this do or die. And we know how Trisha is. She's smiling. She's keeping things light with her teammates. They know what's at stake. And honestly, that mindset is exactly what this team is leaning on right now. Back to you, Eric and Nayel.
All right, thanks, Lexi. Only 4 points, Trisha Genesis in that loss. Monares sets it up. And Tubu will knock it in.
Well, can't have a loose block against Trisha Tubo. She has that elevation and that power to get through that.
How about Trisha Tubu? I mean, 14 points, 22 points, 15, 14, and 12. That's her tally over the last 5
big
games.
Contributions for Trisha Tubo. Her game just continues to elevate every season.
Although she has 2 of the errors that have resulted into 2 of the 4 points. Solar Spikers. Rovi Estrella out of LaSalle in season 80. What a set coming from Hardy, Robbins Hardy. Genesis, easy pickup for Viray. De La Cruz, Estrella picks it up. Tolenada, back row. Shola Alvarez, that dig goes over. But Ostero unable to capitalize.
Missed contact there coming from Ostero. I mean, just a missed opportunity for them. Could have been an easy point for the Solar Spikers. Both teams still trying to find their flow here in the start of the set.
Good-sized crowd in just the 8th point of the first set of the first game today. Short pass from Doromal. Very unusual. Genesis is blocked. Coverage came up short for Doromal.
Blocking has been good so far in the start of the set for the Foxies. That right pin blocking has been working. I mean, you have Alo here right in front of you, probably the tallest setter in the league.
At 6'3". Jolina sends it outside.
Foxies has been taking bigger risk on that service line. A couple of errors already for them.
There is head coach Alessandro Lodi, only 46 years old.
Serving for Capital One.
5-all. No team so far having any momentum here. They're trading side outs, trading errors, one after the other. Doromal with the reception. Another block on Shola Alvarez. She scrambles, but they cannot pop it up.
The outside hitters of Capital One has been checked by the net defense of the Foxies. Yet again, another kill block. Cruz has been manning that cross-court angle.
Already the 3rd block for the Foxies. They only had 6 blocks against the Chameleons. What a dig on the down the line by Tubo, the push by Viray. Alvarez pops it up. Tolenada on the dump. Much better floor defense, both teams, but that one through the hands of Estrella.
Great timing there for middle activation. Louis Robbins Hardy there to Turing. Mistimed block coming from Tolenada, so an open block for Turing.
Service.
This is now the biggest lead for the Foxies at 2 points. Cruz with a nice looking serve, but a better pass. A running attack. Ostero Number one, she hits the net, and that one outside as well. So an 8-5 3-point cushion, Farm Fresh Foxies against the Capital One Solar Spikers opening set.
Na-miss niyo ba yung game namin? Kung na-miss niyo, subscribe na to our YouTube channel. Subscribe na!
Well, a good start for Coach Lodi and the Foxies, although they have committed a number of errors already. 5. That's actually almost all of the points of the Solar Spikers.
I mean, the Solar Spikers have had a difficult time to convert so far, given the good net and floor defense of the Foxies.
No attack point yet, Ayel, for the Solar Spikers. Cruz, the good-looking serve, a really bad pass there for Doromal. That's really surprising because Roma Doromal, in at least 3 of the 5 games, she's had double-digit receptions.
Yep. And they have been targeting Doromal on the service line. As you mentioned, the Foxies has been serving strong.
Risa Cruz out of Adamson. Much better pass. Ostero, that one, the dig goes over. Tolenada, again to Ostero, blocked by Viray. Alvarez adjusts. Cruz lets it go, and it falls in the line, or on the line.
A lucky break there for the Solar Spikers. Miscue between Cruz and De La Cruz.
Rachel Ostero played for CSB in college. Also played for the Crossovers. At one point, she's coming off an 11-point performance along with 4 blocks and 2 aces. So she had a really good game in that loss against the Chargers.
Ball is out. 3-point for the Fox.
Capital One can't seem to find their consistency here in the start.
They only have 1 attack point. That shot by Alvarez that was let go. The rest of their points have come from errors by the Foxies. Good pass again from Genesis. Dig from Hardy. Viray off the block and outside. Caitlin Viray scores her first point.
Foxy starting to look organized here from defense to offense. A great transition plays. Great reverse bump set there coming from Monares.
Biggest lead, 5 points for Alohi. Robbins Hardy. Tolenada running attack for Galdones, and just the second attack point of the Solar Spikers.
Tolenada has put in the effort to activate the middles here. We've seen Ostero go for the slide attack but couldn't convert. But finally this time Galdones getting that point in.
Iris Tolenada, 12 excellent sets in the loss against the Chargers. Also scored 1 point. Robbins Hardy to Tubu. The dig goes over for Tolenada. Caitlin Viray, everybody knocking it in for the Foxies.
I talked about how important the role is of Alohi. So far, so good for her.
Spike of the set brought to you by Dunkin, pasalubong ng bayan.
Open block there for Viray.
Former Tigress from USD. Just outside on the serve. That's already 5 service errors committed by the Foxies. 5 of the 8 points of the Solar Spikers. Former JRU team captain Shola Alvarez. Not a good pass there for Viray. Trisha Tubu, two-handed dump. Galdones picks it up. Estrella is blocked. Coverage by Alvarez. Estrella tries again. Blocked again. Estrella saves it right in front of us. Here's a chance ball for the Foxies. Tubu blocked. Monares with coverage. And Torin.
Long rally.
Longest one so far of the opening set. Monares passes. De La Cruz. Tolenada to Estrella. Oh, Caitlin Viray, what a beautiful dig. De La Cruz again. Each shot getting the crowd really excited here.
Oh, great dig from Monares.
The Dasmariñas Arena. Trisha Tubu, two-handed dump. Doromal with the dig. That's sent over by Galdones. Monares out to De La Cruz. Doromal picks it up. Longest rally of the tournament. Finally ends in a block by the Foxies, and Coach Lodi loving a defensive play.
And both teams showing effort in the floor defense. Monares and Doromal. Also a great matchup of liberos here. But this time, Foxies all over Trisha Genesis. Again, net defense has been so good for the Foxies.
Meantime, Nika Yandok checking in on one end, and then Pierre Abillana checking in on the other end. That serve, another one. That's service fault number 6, I believe, for the Foxies.
And despite the errors, they are still on the lead. Talking about the Foxies.
Galdones, former UE player in high school and then went to USD in college. Monares with the pass. De La Cruz. Yeah, great coverage by Shola Alvarez, the back row. And that one off a block touch.
Finally, for Capital One, they have been defending well, especially on the floor. But again, they have had a difficult time to convert.
But despite that, only having 3 attack points, they are just within striking distance.
Service, Galdones.
Only 3 points down. They can get a break point here. They're going to be within 2. De La Cruz. Good stop. Side out for Jorina De La Cruz.
Fast sets coming from Alohi. Making the blockers of Capital One really work here. Another open block there for De La Cruz.
Serving for Fireflies.
That one right on the line. Service ace for Tubu.
Genesis letting that go. She thought it was going to go out.
After committing 6 service faults collectively, finally Foxies with their first ace of the game. Short pass. Doromal will play setter. Here comes Genesis. Blocked again.
Genesis, well read by Cruz.
And this is why they need a good first ball. They want to activate their middles here, talking about the Solar Spikers.
Bitin na kayo sa games? Watch all the replays on PVL YouTube channel. Subscribe!
It's been the Foxies right from the beginning against the Solar Spikers. Now, some future Foxies.
Sas Molina, Riri Meneses, the latest addition to the Foxies.
6-point lead. Biggest for the Foxies. And one of the main things or reasons why they're on top, their defense. They have 5 blocks already, 3 coming from Cruz.
And right now, Trisha Tubo cruising on that service line. 2 service ace sets already for her.
And after this, ace from Tubo, a timeout, Jerome Guhit and the Solar Spikers.
Tulungan nyo, adjust tayo. Medyo umangat ka para pumasa. Talo at takar mo sa harap. Robbie, isolate mo. Bigyan mo ng bito. Para ma-isolate si Robbie doon. Isa. Rasi, okay? Ready ka sa 5?
Let's go. Capital. Let's go.
Well, it all is going to be on the shoulders of young Lika Yandok with Iris Tolenada on the bench.
But first, they need to adjust their passing formation. Already 2 aces for Trisha Tubu here. They can't afford to give away another one. A good first ball. That's what they need right now.
Good pass. There it is. Estrella. It is outside.
Ball is out.
Too much adjustment there for Estrella on the down-the-line attack. I mean, 2 blockers what was with her.
Capital 1. 9 out. 2.
Meantime, Sydney Niegos checking in for the first time today. Her last 3 games have been superb. She scored 10, 19, and 11 for the Solar Spikers. What a dig for Monares. Jolina De La Cruz. Great save for Alvarez. Genesis again. Monares digging it. There's a net touch called against the Foxies.
Monares has been excellent in terms of guarding her zone as a libero. But net touch violation there called on Cruz.
Sydney Niegos. Serving for Capital 1.
Niegos from JRU as well. Just like Alvarez. De La Cruz with a tip.
Simple yet effective there for De La Cruz. Seeing 2 blockers with her, not forcing a power attack. Going for that loose hand of Ostero.
Meantime, Abu checking in for the Solar Spikers.
Jolina De La Cruz. Serving for the Foxies.
Biggest lead, 8 points now for the Foxies. Niegos. Monares picks it up. Cruz. Cruz now the top scorer for the Foxies. She's got 5 points, including 3 blocks.
Well, now the power tip has been working for the Foxies. Capital 1, still no answer in terms of offense. They need to find a way to keep up on the scoring of the Foxies.
Good save coming from Pia Abu. Here's a chance ball for the Foxies. Viray sends it outside.
Ball is out.
Too low there for Viray. Did not get into the ball on time. But good cushion here for the Foxies.
Trisha Genesis. Serving for the Solar Spikers.
Could serve from Genesis. Viray mistimed that one again, so it's an easy over. Running attack, Pia Abu, dug by Monares, who's played superb defense. And that one outside.
Better set that time coming from Alohi. She has to remember Viray is a left-handed. She's currently in the left pin, so she needs to push that ball closer to the antenna.
Back-to-back errors for Viray. It's a 7-point game. Viray again. And this one finally.
Better set that time, Viray. More comfortable in going for that hit. The Foxies just 4 points away in taking the first set.
Lisa Cruz. Serving for Farm Fresh.
Cruz already has an ace.
Too long.
And that is just her first service fault. She's played a near perfect game today. Pia Abu.
Serving for Capital 1.
Viray, two-handed push, doesn't cross the net.
Back by Galdones. 15.
2 blockers there, already all over that ball. Easy outing for Galdones on that block.
Viray's been up and down. A few errors, a few points. From down 9, it's just a 6-point game. Oh, that was away from Lorin Toring.
No, a couple of miscues already for the Foxies.
And now Coach Lodi will call a timeout.
I gotta understand when to hit them straight, yeah? Because this idea that has to, yeah, at some point I will figure that out. Yeah, will I? Okay, so if I'm in trouble, I have a solution for that. If they serve slower than this, it goes back in time. Do we agree on that? Okay, we are soft, waiting, and it advances 5 centimeters. We need the setter to lay on the floor to get those balls. Can we give a little bit of tension? Yeah, we know we can do that.
Coach Alessandro Lodi, very technical with his instructions.
But right now, good first ball. That's what they need. After a couple of miscues, they don't want to allow Capital One to get closer.
Viray, block coverage by Monares. Viray pops it up. Here's an easy over from Monares. Niegos with a pass. And Dok keeps the run going for the Solar Spikers.
Solar Spikers on the roll right now. Finding some momentum here in the tail end.
From down 9 points, they are within 4.
Service, Abu.
All of a sudden, we've got a ball game here in the first set.
With only 2 spikers in the front row, Foxies has struggled to convert.
Back row, Tubu, what a dig for Genesis, perfect pass. A block by Galdones, and it is called, there's a net touch against Galdones.
May konting gigil doon. She knew she had the advantage. Read that dump well of Alohi.
So the run ends for the Solar Spikers, but it's definitely a manageable deficit. Dok sets it up, a little too low for Niegos, but she gets it across the net. Turing, yes!
Turing, quick attack.
Finally, a better first ball, so Alohi had the opportunity to set up Turing. A quick attack right in the corner pocket works for the Foxies. Timeout for Capital One.
Abang na lang, kung mataas, ganyan. Harangan mo na lang. Okay, basta. Dala natin, taasan pa natin ng konti. Para ano. Mas madali kung pinaip mo dito, kung pahirapan yung sarili mo. Padaliin niyo yung volleyball, okay? Takbo ka. C. May pipe to, okay?
Let's go, let's go!
Madami kang option.
Second timeout, the last one for the Solar Spikers after this mini 2-point run of the Foxies. Does it look like it's a little out of reach, Ayel, already?
Well, they have still a chance right now, but they really have to play a perfect volleyball here. They can't afford more errors. Talking about Capital One, Foxy's just 2 points away.
Good serve. A really bad pass again coming from Doromano, which is surprising. She is an excellent libero. Dok. Galdones knocks it in.
Excellent connection there between Dok and Galdones. Take a second look on that. Galdones going cross-court as well.
Galdones now with 3 points. The only player with more than 1 point for the Blue Shirts. That's how bad their offense has been in this first set. Viray, almost an overpass. What a one-handed set there coming from Hardy. Viray, dug by Dok. Genesis plays setter, Sydney Niegos. Monares has been excellent defensively. Great save coming from Tubu. And that one, save going out. Sona Alvarez will score.
Dok has been a game changer here for Capital One. Finding the right attacker at the right time. Smooth playmaking so far coming from Dok.
A 2-point run as well for the Solar Spikers. They are within 4. Good serve. It is good. Right on the line.
The service ace there coming from Dok. And you can sense the confidence and the decisiveness coming from Dok.
It is a 3-point run now for the Solar Spikers. From down 17-23, they are within 3 points. Onares, really short pass. Tubu. Doromal, great dig. Yandok, Alvarez, Tubu. And the side out delivered by Caitlin Viraya again.
A great set coming from Alohi Veray, squeezing that one in between the blockers.
Meantime, Viray will get a rest, and Eliza Bertolano checking in. Service specialist. 4 set points for the Foxies. Bad pass. Yegos. Genesis saves it. It's good. But now a chance to put it away. Tubu is blocked. De La Cruz down the line, and that is it.
And the set for the Foxies. 25.
De La Cruz finishing that set.
Point of the set brought to you by Myra. Be Vita Brighter with Myra's vitamin-powered whitening lotion.
Explosive attack there coming from De La Cruz.
And De La Cruz, excellent first set for her as the Foxies claim it 25-20 against the Solar Spikers. .29-minute first set. It's been all Foxies, and if not for their errors, the Solar Spikers may not have even reached 20 points.
That's right. A slow start for both teams actually, but it was the form-fresh Foxies who found their momentum in the middle of the set. Capital One was able to keep up with the pace in the start, but the Foxies just playing better in all departments, from the service line to the net defense, floor defenses, especially in the offense. Nika and Doc tried to change the game in terms of our playmaking, but it wasn't enough, as the Foxies already was able to build a good lead. As you see the numbers on your screens, a big disparity in terms of attack points. 12 for the Foxies, 7 for Capital One. Also, in terms of blocking, the Foxies was able to tally 5 kill blocks against only 1 of Capital One. 3 service aces, a lot of errors coming from the Foxies. The 11 errors, majority of it came on the service line. The Capital One, only 5 errors, but they weren't able to compensate in terms of the other departments, as the Foxies also played better efficiency in terms of attacking in that first set.
For the Foxies, the least amount of points scored was 3 points, but that was by Julina De La Cruz. For the Solar Spikers, the most a player scored for them is 3 points by Galdones. So that clearly shows you the disparity offensively.
And the struggle of Capital One to convert a point. Meanwhile, Alohi, smooth playmaking so far, keeping everyone involved. In terms of offense, we've seen great activation from the middles, but majority of the sets also going to the wing attackers.
It's same 6 for the Foxies. Meanwhile, Yegos and Yandok in the starting lineup for the Solar Spikers, as coach or acting head coach Jerome Guhit looking for a much better start here in set number 2.
Passing also has to be improved on the side of the Solar Spikers. They want to keep their middles involved as well.
Off we go. Set number 2. There's a good pass coming from Doromal. And that is scored by Galdones. So Galdones now with 4 points, and for the first time in the match, Solar Spikers get their first lead.
And activation in the middle right away. You want to create spaces on that net defense of the Foxies.
Lorin Turin, that one on the line. So quick side out for the Foxies.
Middle activation also for the Foxies. Both teams wanting to play faster here.
Turin quietly already has 5 points. Good serve by Biray. That's an ace. 5 points now for Biray. That's her first ace.
That has been the strength of the Foxies here. We mentioned they committed a lot of errors on the service line, but also they have given the Solar Spikers a difficult time to get the good first ball.
4 aces already for the Foxies. But they've also had a handful of service faults.
High risk, high rewards, but that 9, an error for Biray.
At least 8 service faults already for the Foxies in the game. Turing, back-to-back points.
Turing, another simple dump there. But it's all about speed right now for the Foxies.
With Turing playing so well, you wonder, what if she didn't have an ACL injury
Yep.
during her final year for Adamson? That was 2024. Oh, that team would have been awesome.
Good save.
Yep. Niegos passes Yandok, finds Genesis, who scores.
Through the block. 3-all.
Let's check in with Lexi Rodriguez.
Eric and Ayal, you know, Farm Fresh came out with purpose in that first set, but just before this game has started, just before this set has started, Coach Alessandro wants more. He said he needs more than just offense. They might have started out well, but the latter part wasn't how they envisioned it to be. What really helped them pull away initially was the improvement in their first ball. Their reception allowed Alohi to spread out the offense, and it's clearly paying off. Actually, you could feel a little tension during the break. Coach Lodi wasn't exactly all smiles as usual. The girls were listening closely, and the message was clear. One set won't be enough, but if they can keep the errors low and that same focused energy up, they're definitely in a great position to close this out strong. Back to you, Eric and Ayal.
All right, thank you, Lexi. I mean, such an excellent pickup for the Foxies to have Alessandro Lodi as their head coach. I mean, junior experience, international, professional experience. He has it all.
And you can see it in the timeouts, very technical in terms of instructions.
And after trailing initially at the start of the second set, it's a 5-3 lead now for the Foxies. But they continue to give away points via the service area.
And Solar Spikers also could not capitalize on the errors of the Foxies. Slow start again for both teams.
Serving for Capital One.
Chance to tie on the Abu serve. There's an ace. This is the second ace for the Solar Spikers.
Strong serve there coming from Pia Abu. I mean, Biray had a good platform on that passing form. Too strong, she could not contain that one.
Much better pass from Viray. Julina De La Cruz looking for a check ball. And there is, apparently, according to our first referee, Fernando Velarde.
Point and serve go to Farm Fresh.
Both teams just exchanging points here in the start.
De La Cruz now with 5. Leading scorer is, well, Cruz and Turing have 6 each. That one out again.
Ball is out.
Oh, very inconsistent on the service line there, talking about the Foxies.
Very uncharacteristic.
Yandok serving for Capital One.
At least 3 service faults already for the Foxies here in set number 2. On-2 play from Robbins Hardy.
Well, that's the advantage of having Alohi at your setter. Those overpasses, when she's in the front row, she can easily convert it into a point.
How sweet it is to be 6'3".
Oh, yeah.
And a setter.
And a setter.
Right? Good pass by Genesis Yandok. Alvarez adjusting the drop shot. Hardy with a push. Doromal pops it up. Niegos on the attack. Rejected. It goes outside. Tie game.
And that's a good counter to the good net defense of the Foxies, utilizing it to get the point. And Niegos, even their previous game, has been good in going for the checkouts.
Serving for Capital One.
Alvarez, 28 years old, former MVP in the NCAA. Back row, Trisha Tubu. What a dig for Alvarez. Alvarez attacks. She's blocked. Coverage by Yandok. Doromal will set it to Niegos. Monares with a dig. Biray. That's popped up high enough. Yandok picks up the second touch. And Alvarez sends it over. Alohi to Biray. Doromal pops it up. Another long rally in the making. Niegos block. Oh, great defensive play by Caitlin Biray. That'll take us to our first technical timeout. 8-7, a close game between the Foxies and the Solar Spikers.
Subscribe now to the PVL YouTube channel. Subscribe!
Watch our Alas Pilipinas ladies in the 2025 Southeast Asian Volleyball League this August, live on One Sports Plus, and Pilipinas Live. And I believe did they just finish a game? Yep, they did. They lost against Vietnam, so it's 2 straight losses. Thailand yesterday, Vietnam today. They take on Indonesia tomorrow. Tintiam Zone, watching.
Heather Ginoa as well, beside her.
Chloe Hardy. Serving for the Foxies.
8-7 lead for the Foxies. Go. Quick reflexes there for Doromal and Alvarez, but not quick enough for Yandok to get it over.
Oh, the Foxies again. They have been targeting Doromal, trying to put her confidence down in this match.
A little 2-point run for the Foxies. Alohi Robbins Hardy with a serve. Yandok. Niegos too close to the net. Almost a net touch. Yandok. This time to the middle. Galdones. Monares with a dig. And that one through the block. Another point. 3 straight scored by the Foxies.
All power on that attack for Trisha Tubo. Great reverse set coming from Alohi. 2 blockers. A loose block coming from Galdones.
And now the Solar Spikers need to be careful. Foxy's trying to pull away. Got to get a side out. Genesis denied.
Again, that right pin net defense of the Foxies has been so good, really closing out the outside hitters of the Solar Spikers.
Ano yun tayo? Maayos na basa. Tuminin mo. Huwag ka mag-A. I-B mo. B or tumba. Hindi pag naggulo tayo, mahirapan eh. Para ma-isolate yun. Tsaka pwede rin siya mag-pipe si Sola. Kasi kung doon ka lang, hindi na siya makapasok ng pipe eh.
Pwede ka na mag-dos para may light.
Ayos na yun.
Capital 1!
Acting head coach Jerome Guhe trying to stop this 4-point run by the Foxies. They do it via defense this time.
So the Solar Spikers need to find a way to create those spaces on the net defense of the Foxies. They will need the contributions of the middles here, because right now the middles of the Foxies are not committing to the middles of the Solar Spikers.
Biggest lead, 4 points for the Foxies. Niegos. Good defense in the back row there. Coming from Jolina De La Cruz. Niegos picks it up. Yandok goes to Genesis. Blocked again. Back-to-back monster blocks for the Foxies.
They know that was an out-of-system set that was going to go to Genesis.
Capital One. 6 out. 9 Estrella.
Bobby Estrella checks back in, replacing Trisha Genesis.
A couple of player adjustments in the first set here for the Solar Spikers.
Short pass for Doromal. Estrella gets a touch and gets it through.
Instant impact for Estrella off the bench in the second set, powering through the blocking of the Foxies this time. Not enough press coming from Trisha Tubo on that block.
First point for Estrella in the match.
Serving for the Solar Spikers.
7 serving 12. Can't get a run with these errors.
And Foxy score and serve.
Capital One has played catch-up all throughout since we started this match.
Serving for Farm Fresh.
Could serve again, coming from Viray. Sharp and steep. Niegos with a side out. That's what you want if you're acting head coach Jerome Guhit. Get side outs.
Yep.
Get into scoring position.
Especially even with two blockers there, Niegos going for the outer hand of De La Cruz to get that point.
Serving for Capital One.
Tubu. That one too low.
Yep.
Low to cross.
And Tubo also wanting to go for a sharp cross.
Substitution.
Meantime,
Capital One.
Iris
1 out,
Tolenada
10,
returning
Tolenada.
for
In.
Nika Yandok.
Service. Niegos.
3-point game. De La Cruz. Now a chance to mount a run for the Solar Spikers. Tolenada goes to Alvarez. Block! Oh, the defense of the Foxies. So good at the net.
Exactly. I mean, they haven't activated the pipe for a while now. Tolenada wanting to surprise them, but two blockers reading that one perfectly.
Meantime, Riza Cruz returning for the Foxies. And out is Lorin Toring. Pierre Abellana also checking in for service purposes. 4-point game, 14-10. Foxies are up here in the second set, also up 1-0. Abu on a running attack, got it.
Yeah, that running attack has been effective for them. They will need more good passes.
Spike of the set brought to you by Duncan Pasalubong ng Bayan. Second point for Pia Abu, all scored in set number 2.
Serving for the Solar Spikers.
Great pass by Monares. And Cruz with an easy point.
And we're not seeing a lot of power attacks from the middles of the Foxies. It has been the power tips that has worked for them.
Cruz with 7 already. Tubu with 7 as well. And then De La Cruz and Turing with 6 each. High-powered offense for the Foxies today. Oh! An overpass there by Viray, and Alvarez could not take advantage. 16-11. 5-point lead Foxies, second technical timeout.
Na-miss niyo ba yung game namin? Kung na-miss niyo, subscribe na to our YouTube channel. Subscribe na!
Back inside the Dasmariñas Arena, slowly starting to get packed. 5,000-seater venue. Our first time for the PVL to visit. And will be the last out of Metro Manila venue before we begin the quarterfinals. A day after, I guess Tuesday. Tuesday is going to be the last day of the knockout round.
Again, this is a one-game elimination starting the knockout round until the finals. Crucial games for all the teams.
The 3-2 Farm Fresh Foxies coming off a loss that would have sent them to the quarterfinals outright, but they lost to the Chameleons. Meantime, Capital One looking for their first win, and that win will send them to the quarterfinals. And right now, they are in a big fight, down a set and down by 4.
Foxy's looking sharper in this match.
Alohi Robbins Hardy. With the pass, a hit by De La Cruz. Back row, Estrella using her two hands. Monares passes De La Cruz again. Defense by Estrella. Alvarez approaches, mishits, sends it outside.
Ball is out. 17-12.
Alvarez too wide in that attack. Also, she was in the best position to go for that cross-court angle. Everything going well right now for the Foxies.
Jolina De La Cruz serving for Farm Fresh.
Good pass, Tolenada. Alvarez looking to make up for the error. She gets blocked. Tries again. Blocked again. Third try. Alvarez gets it through. Monares with coverage. On two for Alohi Robbins Hardy.
How do you stop Alohi? She has the height. She has the length advantage there.
Hardy now with 3 points.
Yep. No one was able to read that dump of Alohi.
Biggest lead now at 6 points for De La Cruz and the Foxies. Short pass. Yegos from the back row. I mean, floor defense has been excellent for the Foxies. Estrella, back row, another great dig from the back row by the Foxies. Alvarez pops it up. Tolenada. Oh, two players almost went for that. Yegos gets it over. Diray. Both teams playing very well defensively. And this time, after the long rally, Galdones puts it away for the Solar Spikers.
And that was a good decision for Tolenada to activate Galdones. She had an opportunity to go for that dump, but she stayed patient. Only one blocker there for Galdones, so an open cross-court angle.
Tolenada serving for the Solar Spikers.
A rare time we see the Solar Spikers end up on top after the long rally. Let's hope that can boost their confidence. But a quick side out delivered by Lisa Cruz.
A lot of weapons here for Alohi. All Spikers right now converting points for the Foxies.
Lisa Cruz now with 8 points. Gets a thumbs up from Alessandro Lodi. Good pass from Doromal. Galdones. Alohi Robbins Hardy. Diray doesn't like it. Underhand. Galdones again. Oh, Galdones very efficient today. 6 points already.
She could be key here to get the second set win. So far, great connection with Iris Tolenada.
After only scoring 1 point in the loss against the Chargers, she is the top scorer. Talking about Galdones. Alvarez, meanwhile, only 2 points. She hasn't scored here in the second set. Diray. Although Alvarez has been playing great defense in the back row. Diray again. It's on the line.
Yep. Great decision to go for that long cross-court attack. Doromal was confused. Last minute, letting that go.
Diray now with 7 after only scoring 1 as well in the loss against the Chameleons. Service out for Alohi Robbins Hardy. It's a 5-point game again.
Lucy Galdones serving for Capital One.
Floater. Tubu. Got it.
Trisha Tubu was on top of the blockers that time. Going sharp cross. Making it look so easy. Talking about Trisha Tubu.
8 points now for Tubu. And back to a 6-point cushion. Biggest lead restored for the Foxies. Bertolano checking in to serve. Tolenada to Abu. Monares with a great set. And De La Cruz rewards her with a point.
22-15. Timeout.
And now a timeout for Coach Guhit. They are down by 7 in set number 2.
Depensa, check natin yung mga palo. Ang problema, hindi natin alam kung paano tayo magre-react. Mabagal na natin eh. Pero paano re-react yung depensa? Wala. Okay, one stop ulit tayo. Kumuha tayo momentum. Pasahan natin. Same, pasok na ng pasok. Hindi naman na mablock yung middle eh. Pero ngayon sumasabay na. Pwede mo nang gamitin yung mga wing, okay?
Basta tayo ha! Kapitan! Run!
Coach Jerome pointing out that they are already getting the rebound, so they're able to slow down the offense of the Foxy. So might as well capitalize on that. But the floor defense hasn't been reacting fast enough to actually utilize the rebounds.
Eliza Bertolano.
Now, Foxy's fully in control down the stretch. Estrella turned away.
No injury.
Right now, Foxy's in cruise control.
Yep, all angles close there for Estrella. I mean, you've got to appreciate the anticipation and the blocking system of the Foxies.
And that fault challenge by Capital One. Right now, this team, they need all the help they can get.
Yep.
If they can get lucky with a challenge, then so be it. Because right now they're down by 8. Can get overturned with a successful challenge. And it doesn't look like it.
They will need a run at this point. Foxy's clearly having the momentum and just 2 points away and taking the second set.
They won by 5. The Foxys did in the first set. And now it's looking like they're going to go up 2-0. There's no touch.
Very clean.
More of a strategy to maybe try and get a timeout in and try and stop the momentum
Right.
of the Foxys. Let's hope it works
Eliza Bertolano.
in their favor. Now officially an 8-point lead for the Foxys. 2 points away from winning set number 2. Great save by Bertolano in the backcourt. Alvarez as well, saving it. Tolenada on the second touch. Easy over coming from Pia Abu. Alohi Robbins Hardy. There is Lorin Toring with
Quick attack.
the point. And
Foxys
it
now
is
set
9
point.
set points for the Foxys.
Turing also one athletic middle there. Really knows how to choose her angles well, avoiding Pia Abu on that sequence.
Tolenada to Niegos. Excellent drop. Chance ball here for the Solar Spikers. Iris Tolenada, Pia Abu. De La Cruz pops it up. Trisha Tubu looking for the finish, not just yet. Abu passes to Niegos. Bertolano pops it up. De La Cruz drops it. Tolenada saves it. Back row hit for Alvarez. Alohi Robbins Hardy with a dig. Tubu gets
Into the
the
block.
finish. Trisha Tubu
Foxys take this set.
now in double digits with 10.
Trisha Tubo powering through that net defense of the Solar Spikers.
Point of the set brought to you by Myra. Be Vita Brighter with Myra's vitamin-powered whitening lotion. 10 points for Tubu and a 10-point win in the second set for the Foxys, who are now up 2-0 against the Solar Spikers. Back here inside the Dasmariñas Arena, and you see the 2-1 advantage by the Foxies versus the Solar Spikers.
The Foxies clearly playing better in all departments at this point of the match. Everyone contributing in terms of offense. Alohi has done a good job activating everyone, keeping everyone involved. Alohi also scoring a point or two on that set. Meanwhile, for Capital One, better scoring for them, but still it wasn't enough. Most of the attackers having a difficult time to convert. Some bright spot in Galdones and Pia Abu right in the middle, but still Foxes leading in terms of attacking. They have 15 against the 8 of the Solar Spikers. Faring better in blocking and service aces. 5 and 2 for the Foxies, and no blocks and only 1 ace for Capital One. Cleaner set as well for the Foxies. After committing 11 errors in the first set, they were able to trim it down into 6. But Capital One also only 3 errors for them. But again, they really need to increase their attacking, as the Foxies has been elevating their offense from 25 spiking efficiency. They were able to increase it into 41 spiking efficiency. So that's a really high output for them, something that Capital One also need to keep up on.
Well, just to illustrate further how good the Foxies are today, all starters have scored, including Alohi Hardy, Robbins Hardy, and she may only have 3 points, but she has 14 excellent sets already.
I mean, the Foxies, they know what is at stake in this match. Again, it's a do or die. A win today is a ticket to the quarterfinals and a chance to be in the semifinals. Again, teams that will be part of the semifinals will also be part of the Invitational Conference. So that's a position you want to be in.
Meanwhile, for the Capital One Solar Spikers, only Galdones has 3 points, or more than 3 points. Everybody else 3 points or less. Casey Galdones has 6. It's still not close to the output of the Foxies.
And Trisha Genesis, their leading scorer in this tournament, has been on the bench.
Yeah, since halfway of the second set. All right. What could be the third and final set if the Solar Spikers AL can't turn it around?
Well, for the Solar Spikers, they will definitely need the contribution of their wing attackers. The middles have done their job, but more points will be needed.
And even a high arcing push from Trisha Tubu, and Solar Spikers can't even pop it up. And if that's any indication of how this third set will be for the Solar Spikers, they're in for a long third set. Tubu now with 11. Still the only player in double digits, but Viray slowly catching up. Viray now with 8 points. That's her second ace.
Passing continues to be an issue here for the Solar Spikers. Can't find a way to stabilize with a strong service game from the Foxies.
Much better pass. Oops, it actually went over.
Violation there from Mindok. She's a back row player, so illegal blocking called on her.
Everything that can go wrong is going wrong for the Solar Spikers. Meanwhile, for Coach Lodi, everything is falling in place.
Service,
Could serve again, but a better pass there. Oh, good save by Alohi Robbins Hardy. Normal with a pass. Galdones. Again, Hardy with a dig. Jelena de la Cruz. Normal digs it up. Niegos blocked. Here's Alvarez. And the save is no good by Trisha Tubu.
And the better coverage this time coming from the Solar Spikers. Net defense was still there for the Foxies, but they were able to cover that and convert it into a point. This will take a lot of effort on the defense of the Capital One.
Only the third point for Alvarez. Tubu drops it like it's hot and scores again. 12 points now for Trisha Tubu.
Tubu very deceiving on that attack. Looked like she was going for a power hit. Last second going for a dump.
Serving for the Foxies.
Lorin Turing. serving. Got 7 already. Alvarez, easy over after a bad pass. Robbins Hardy to Cruz. Doromal, right place, right time for the dig. Diegos down the line. Torring pops it up. De La Cruz on the second touch. Estrella turned away.
A solid block from Tubu.
And Trisha Tubo really pressing her hands in to get that solid rejection. Again, no coverage there for Capital One.
11 blocks for the Foxies, 4 coming from Tubu.
A big output there for their blocking department.
There's another one, but that's saved by Doromal. Niegos on the attack. Yes, the drop is good.
A great target also for Niegos. I mean, Trisha Tubo already read that one well.
Let's see what's happening with Lexi Rodriguez.
Thanks, Eric and Ayel. You know, the Solar Spikers are down with 2 sets, and they do need to attack more efficiently and defend more efficiently as well. Just before this game started, this reminds me of the conversation that I had with Iris Tolenada. She told me that while they have worked on reception, kailangan talaga nilang sabayan yung pace, opensa at depensa ng kabilang team. As you mentioned, Ayel, they need to do better with transitions from one player to another, and the tension might just be getting to them. In between the break, actually, Iris told them to just shake off any tension that they have in their body, because they need to play with more energy and they need to let loose. It's a do or die match after all, and they need to not let this chance slide. Now back to you, Eric and Ayel.
All right, thanks, Lexi. Well, right now it's a do or die set for the Solar Spikers. Estrella will come up short.
De La Cruz.
And after the long rally, the Foxies will score.
Again, a showcase of good floor defense from both teams. As you saw, Iris Alenada and Rica Rivera earlier, but the Foxies still winning the long rallies here.
Serving for Farmfresh.
4-point lead, 6 serving 2. Trisha Tubu now with 13 points. Niegos blocked. Estrella pops it up on the second touch. Here's an easy over coming from Alvarez. Alohi Robbins Hardy. And Cruz knocks it in.
Off the block.
Riza Cruz now with 9.
And a quick thinking there from Cruz to target the hands of Estrella. I mean, good decisions both from Alohi and the attackers.
Normal with the receive. And this one, good for Pia Abu.
The cleanest attack so far for Pia Abu with a big quick attack.
Piray with a pass. On 2 for Alohi Robbins Hardy. And she scores. That's her 4th point of the game.
First technical timeout.
Matching her season best. 8-3 technical timeout for the Foxies.
Na-miss niyo ba yung game namin? Kung na-miss niyo, subscribe na to our YouTube channel. Subscribe na!
Mayor of Dasmariñas, Mayor Jennifer Austria Barzaga.
Back inside the Dasmariñas Arena for the first day of this 2-day knockout round of the PVL on tour. So far, the Capital One Solar Spikers, the underdogs in this matchup, struggling. Down 2-0 and down by 5 points in set number 3 against the Farm Fresh Foxies, looking to barge into the quarterfinals with a win today.
Strong start for the Foxies here. They know they have to close this in 3. They don't want to open some opportunity for Capital One to find momentum.
Diegos, overhead, easy over. Riza Cruz popped up by Alvarez. Yandok finds Estrella. Tubu with coverage. Viray is turned away. Pia Abu with a block.
Low set also there for Viray. Well-established net defense coming from Capital One. Abu has got momentum here so far in this third set.
Abu has 4 points. She scored 2 of the 4 here in the third set. That's just the second block, by the way, for the Solar Spikers. Back row, Tubu. Alvarez blocked again. Yandok, Estrella. The save by Hardy. Drop attempt from Viray. Uh-oh. And Pia Abu was not ready.
Yep. Yandok forcing that one to Pia Abu. A very low set there.
And Yandok will sit down. Back in is Iris Tolenada. 5-point lead for the Foxies.
Tolenada in. Riza Cruz serving for the Foxies.
Overpass. Viray got it.
Good set coming from Alohi there. Shoot set going to Viray. Blockers did not have enough time to establish that net defense. Lot of holes on that block of Capital One.
Viray now with 9 points. Cruz with 9 as well. Rica Rivera in the game for the first time. Alvarez blocked. Torenada looks back, finds Estrella, and Estrella sends it into the net.
Timeout. Solar Spikers.
Timeout for acting coach Jerome Guhit. Right now they are down 11-4.
Saan natin, nakaka-cover. Pero, tatapon lang din natin. Sa tingin mo, paano tayo? Tayo na nagbabaon sa sarili natin. Ilaban nyo naman yan. Basahan ulit natin. Rika, magbasa ka. Outside na yun eh. Yun yun, itaas nyo lang. Kung di kaya i-pass, B-pass ulit tayo. Pag-iwalayin mo sila, ha?
Kahit taas lang sa gitna.
Coach Jerome pointing out their errors here. They can't afford to commit more errors in any departments. This is a big lead established by the Foxies in the start of the set.
Serving for the Foxies. Number 8, Riza Cruz.
So Cruz serving.
Number 9.
I'm sure Solar Spikers hoping that timeout will stop the momentum right now of Farm Fresh. And yeah, it worked. Froze the server and she throws it away, Riza Cruz.
And Capital One has to utilize and capitalize rather on that error. I mean, it has been on and off for Capital One.
And I believe Alessandro Lodi complaining a lot. Now Fernando Velarde has had enough. And here's, I think, a yellow card is coming out. Yep.
Pia Abu. There's a yellow card given to the coach of the Farm Fresh Foxes.
And coach
Conduct warning.
Alessandro Rossi, or Lodi,
Pia Abu.
still barking
Serving
along the
for Solar
sidelines.
Spikers.
Good pass. Turing. Easy over for the Solar Spikers. They cannot get their offense going. Meanwhile, Viray has been punching holes in the defense of Capital One. 10 points now for Caitlin Viray.
And again, a loose block there for Capital One. Viray in between the hands of Galdones.
Good pass. Here's a chance to get their offense going. One outside. Oof.
Ball is out.
Oh, it's been a rough third
Yep.
set here for the Solar Spikers. They have a challenge, though.
Capital One.
They will take their chance on this challenge because nothing really going well
And-
for Capital One.
They Farm Fresh Foxy say there was a touch. I think it was on Viray. So, under the threat of a challenge,
They just waited.
these players will admit. But it's a long way back if you're Solar Spikers down 12-6. Tubu, drop. Pancake saved by Tolenada is good. Another chance to attack. Wait, there's a challenge here by the Foxies. Floor touch challenge.
No, that pancake save of Iris Tolenada. And Tisha Tubu went for that dump. Tolenada went for the pancake save. That's what the Foxies are trying to challenge.
Foxies coming off a 12th or 10th place finish in the recently concluded All-Filipino Conference. Their best finish so far, the fifth place in the Invitational last year. And there is a floor touch.
Yep.
Successful challenge here for the Foxies. And Coach Lodi applauding his coaching staff for making the right decision there to challenge. Assistant Coach Benson Dupont leading that crew. Overpass. But Jolina De La Cruz can't get it over the net.
Capital One getting some luck off the errors of the Foxies.
Alvarez, rough day in the office, so to speak. Only 3 points for Shauna Alvarez. She's her best so far this season, 22 against the Thunderbells. And a quick side out, Lorin Turing now with 8 points.
And Turing has been targeting that zone 5.
Abellana checking back in for the Foxies. Really comfortable cushion for Farm Fresh. And it's been that way since the first set. Ooh, service ace for Abellana, her first point today.
Abellana playing her role perfectly in this set, going in as a service specialist and getting an ace right away off the hands of Alvarez, who is also a good passer for the Solar Spikers.
That service out for Abellana. And she goes out as well. Lorin Turing is back in.
Oh, but for Capital One, they can't play side outs here against Farm Fresh. They really need to make a run.
Tubu. Here's an easy over. Galdones passes.
Oh, great
what a
dig.
gig for Viray. Block against De La Cruz. Battle at the net. And there's a touch for Trisha Tubu.
And she knew it right away. I mean, she knew she was in the advantage there with that elevation, wanting to go for a power tip. Again, nanggigil lang ng konti.
Here's a mini run. 2 straight points scored by the Solar Spikers. Let's see if they can get a few more.
Ooh.
There's a block. Pia Abu makes it a 3-point run for the Solar Spikers. Second block for Pia Abu.
Pia Abu with a perfect anticipation and timing on that attack of Cruz. She had to stretch her arms to close the cross-court angle.
Niegos through the double block. Tubu with a dump. Abu pops it up. Niegos just saves it across. Onares to De La Cruz. Another easy over. Tolenada. Estrella rejected coverage by Galdones. Right now, Solar Spikers scrambling. Tubu Galdones, that was out. She picked it up, but it goes through. Tubu with a save and another easy over coming to the Solar Spikers. Abu Monares keeping it alive. Jolina De La Cruz got it.
De La Cruz off the block.
Can't give an easy ball to the Foxies. A great transition play for them.
Following this
Player highlights, we got you covered. Subscribe now to the PVL YouTube channel. Subscribe!
Farm Fresh Foxies looking in shape for a 3-set win. But obviously we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but they have a really good, comfortable lead here, 16-10. Third set, they're up 2-0. What you like about Capital One, though, a few things. They keep it close. They keep the deficit manageable, but somehow they just can't get over the hump in all the first 2 sets.
I mean, you see the fight in Capital One. You see how much they want it. It's just that they can't find a way to play cohesively in this match.
Yegos. And the defense as well, the Foxies. I mean, just too good. But speaking of defense, there's a nice block again for Solar Spikers. This one will be credited to Yegos, her first.
They will need more of that. Might not be a kill block in some sequences, but they need rebounds.
Oh, from down 7, it is a 5-point game. Jolina De La Cruz into the net. Now it's a 4-point game.
Slowly but surely here, Capital One inching closer to the Foxies.
substitution. Farm Fresh, 8 out.
And
5.
De La Cruz will get a
Bertolano
rest.
in.
Liza Bertolano checking in. Not for service purposes this time.
Service, Niegos.
Running attack for Cruz. That is dug nicely by Niegos. Genesis off-speed hit. Beautiful touch.
A great show of ball control there coming from Trisha Genesis, seeing that donut hole on the court of the Foxies. No one there for the floor defense.
4 points for Genesis. Timeout for the Foxies. Their lead is down to 3.
Things that got you in trouble, which means turning your brain off completely, okay, closing your eyes and just hitting something, hoping that things go your way. They don't, okay? So eyes open, how can I make the next play? How can I make the ball hit the ball? Okay, do I have the ball to score? How do I score? Do I not have the ball to score? Where do I put it? Okay, basic volleyball. Let's go.
Go one at a time. Here.
Well, Coach Lodi telling the players, don't wait for things to happen. Don't close your eyes and hope things will turn out fine. You've got to go get it.
Niegos, serving for the Solar Spikers.
There's an overpass by Bertolano. Run continues for the Solar Spikers from down to 7 points. They are within 2.
A great serve coming from Niegos and a perfect anticipation from Abu. Abu has been a bright spot here for Capital One in the third set.
6 points for Abu. What a dig for Niegos. Tolenada to Estrella. Block coverage by Rivera. Genesis pushes from the back row and again finds an opening defensively. The run still goes on for the Solar Spikers. They have a chance to tie.
And the Genesis has been all about placement here, finding the holes in the floor defense of the Foxies.
Another great serve. Bertolano down the line, popped up by Genesis. Estrella for the tie. Bertolano tries again. This one is outside. The game is tied at 16.
A good run here coming from the Solar Spikers.
I'm out. Fresh Foxy.
If you go back to how you played volleyball before, okay, we're in trouble, for real. Now we play better volleyball. So first of all, start playing smart, yeah? Focus one play at a time, yeah? I find my breath, I find my rhythm every single time, and I go fight every ball until the end of this set, until the end of this game. Yes? It's the moment of the stability and of the poise. Let's see if we have it.
Coach Lodi and the Foxies on the business end of this 9-1 run
Yep.
by the Capital One Solar Spikers.
And Coach Lodi also just wants to regroup his squad. They have lost their composure in the past few sequences.
That one into the net from Cruz, and for the first time here in set number 3, the Solar Spikers are on top.
Uncharacteristic errors here coming from the Foxies. I mean, you also have to credit Niegos on that service line, serving strong, putting the Foxies out of system all throughout.
First lead change of the third set. Luis Romero in the game for the first time, and Bertolano makes up for the error earlier with a side out.
A good set right away coming from Romero. Bertolano looking very comfortable to go for that hit.
Serving for the Foxies.
Second deadlock of the set. Good pass by Rivera. Running attack. There's a block by Viray. Estrella. What a dig for Bertolano. Now an easy over from Viray. Estrella through the double block, and the lead back with Capital One.
Capital One looking more organized. Are able to play cohesively from defense to offense here in Estrella. Powering through the smaller setter in Romero.
All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Solar Spikers coming alive and shining bright here in set number 3. Romero finds Viray. Got it.
Viray through the block.
Great exchanges here coming from both teams. But Capital One, a good run there to keep an opportunity open for them in this third set.
Cruz with 9 points. That's outside.
That's it out.
3-point for the Solar Spikers to go back up by 1.
And you sense that the Foxies can feel the pressure in this set with a 1-point lead of Capital One.
By the way, the Solar Spikers, they have not led by more than a point in all 3 sets. And they continues to stay that way. We're tied at 19.
Very close one in the tail end. Consistency will matter the most for both teams.
Luis Romero with the serve. 1-2 for Tolenada. Tubu. Popped up by Estrella. Niegos back row. Dig by Romero. Monares sets it up for Viray. Rivera pops it up. Genesis. Monares with a dig. Romero. Tubu with a dump attempt. Genesis. Monares saving it. And unsuccessful. Genesis scores. And it's a 1-point lead again for Capital One.
Capital One feeling more confident in the tail end with Genesis on the court. They have a lethal attacker on the front row.
Could serve, but a better pass from Bertolano. Turin with a side out. Game is tied.
Passing has been good on the Foxies. Romero with an easier time to activate the attackers.
Spike of the set brought to you by Dunkin. Pasalubong ng bayan. Turing with 9 points. Serena de la Cruz checking back in for Eliza Bertolano.
Taking Viray. Serving for the Foxies.
Not a good pass there for Rivera. Estrella to Niegos. Easy over. Chance ball here for the orange shirts. Serena de la Cruz hits. Yegos fires one in, it's blocked. But the save is no good. They call double contact on one Solar Spiker. Foxy's back on top by one. Timeout for the Solar Spikers.
Ganun sitwasyon. Okay. Malakas mag-block yung tubo.
Siksikin mo yung cross.
So wala, siksikin mo siya. Bigay mo yung B dito. Dito mo ilagay si Genesis sa 5. Okay? Hindi siya. Mag-isip. Okay? Decoy mo lang yun. Pero kung tingin mo hindi sumabay dito, bigay mo dito ng B. Or tumba mo. B or tumba lang. Huwag ka mag-ulot sa kanya.
Hingi ka. Kasi matibay blocking doon.
Tayo atake! Tayo atake!
Ilayo mo yung atake doon.
Coach Jerome with specific instructions there in terms of their offense, pointing out that Trisha Tubo is a good blocker. So if you're the setter, you would want to avoid Trisha Tubo. Let's see if the Capital One will be able to execute off the serve of Viray.
Well, 4 blocks already for Tubu, so that's obviously a good tip for acting head coach Jerome Guhit.
Too close of a set there coming from Tolenada. So De La Cruz capitalizing on that and going for the kill block.
2-point lead for the Foxies. They led by as many as 7 before it was erased by the Solar Spikers. Great receive. Galtones is blocked again. Yegos. That one outside. But there's a net touch called against the Foxies. Is that a net touch they call? Yeah, they call a net touch. So the Foxies were supposed to challenge a block touch.
Yep.
But the net touch called by Daniel Palada, our second referee. 1-point game. Tubu. Got it.
And you know that connection of Romero and Tubu is lethal. I mean, Romero has played with Tubu for quite some time now.
Back to a 2-point cushion for the Foxies, and they're 2 points away from a 3-set win and a slot in the quarterfinals. Service ace for Turing, now with 11 points, third player in double digits, and it is 3 match points for the Foxies.
And we talked about how important composure and consistency will be in the tail end, and right now that's what we're seeing on the side of the Foxies.
Combination play, Estrella hits it, Viray with the dig, chance to put it away, Jolina De La Cruz, got it! It is over! Solar Spikers are eliminated while the Foxies are through to the quarterfinals.
And the Foxies knew it. They have a task to get a win in this match.
Point of the set brought to you by Myra. Be Vita Brighter with Myra's vitamin-powered whitening lotion.
Great show of teamwork there for the Foxies to book a ticket to the quarterfinals.
The heavy favorites, Farm Fresh Foxies, come up on top in straight sets. Alessandro Lodi. And a great game today against the Capital One Solar Spikers, who go down in 3 against the Foxies. convincing 3-set win for the Farm Fresh Foxies against the Capital One Solar Spikers. 3 sets to knock out their opponents and march into the quarterfinals. Our best player right now, Alohi Robbins-Hardy with Lexi Rodriguez.
That's right, Eric and Ayel. I am with the player of the game from the Farm Fresh Foxies who had just secured a ticket to the quarterfinals. Alohi Robbins-Hardy with 15 excellent sets and 5 points. Alohi, you know, we were talking about how your mindset today was to just do your best, do everything in your power as a setter. You know, the offense flowed beautifully today. What was going on in your mind what gave you confidence in setting up your hitters up?
You know, just my teammates, I have confidence in them always. I try my best to just put up a good ball for them, and they do what they do best is score points.
Now, you're part of this young Farm Fresh team. You've traveled all over the world. You've played all over the world. What's so special about this team that you're part of right now?
They're crazy. They're hilarious. They're young, so they keep me young. So I love them to death. I can't be more grateful for them.
You know, if there's anything about you that I've observed all throughout the games that you've played, you're definitely the calm in the chaos. You stay composed every time you set each hitter. How do you stay composed and just calm inside the court?
I like to take it to back home in paradise. I'm chill and I'm cool, so I like to stay calm always.
All right, to your fans, let them know you're cool. Alohi is cool. And is there anybody that you'd like to greet, your friends, your family, the fans that's watching here in Dasmariñas Arena?
Thank you to everyone here for coming, supporting us, the PVL, and shout out to my fam back at home, my love of my life, Dakota. I love you guys, I miss you guys, and thank you all, and everyone here, the staff, thank you so much.
Again, congratulations to you and the rest of Farm Fresh Foxies. Eric and Ayel, let's wrap this up, and what's next for us?
All right, thanks, Lexi. Well, up next, we got another knockout round game. But after only 4 excellent sets in their last game, Alohi Robbins-Hardy with a bounce-back game today, 15 excellent sets.
She was a key factor to this win. We mentioned how all the attackers were involved in contributing in terms of points, and she was the mind behind those excellent offense of the Foxies. Again, everyone coming alive. We mentioned Trisha Tubo, you have Jelena De La Cruz, the middles in Cruz and Turing as well. Veray as well contributing. So it was definitely a team effort for them. Meanwhile, for Capital One, a slow start for them in all the sets. They had an opportunity in this third set, having Abu, Niegos, and Genesis as their bright spot in the third set. But again, composure and consistency was lacking in the tail end. It was something that was executed better by the Farm Fresh Foxy. So they definitely deserve that ticket to the quarterfinals. But for Capital One, they are eliminated, winless in this tournament. So I'm sure a lot of learning opportunities for them, and they're gonna come back stronger in the next conference.
4 players in double digits for the Farm Fresh Foxies. Meanwhile, no player in double digits for the Capital One Solar Spikers.
And that really shows with how big the disparity is in terms of attack points. 42 for the Foxies, only 25 for the Solar Spikers, and that 3 set. And the kill blocks, that's something worth highlighting for the Foxies. 13 kill blocks in 3 sets. That's really a big output. They stayed disciplined on that. Only 4 for Solar Spikers. 8 aces for the Foxies, 2 for the Solar Spikers, and the Foxies even committing more errors. They have 25 against the 12 of the Solar Spikers.
1 game down. We're not done yet, ladies and gentlemen. One more knockout round match coming up. It is the crossovers at 3-2 in the standings, looking for a win to move on to the quarterfinals against the winless Galleries Tower High Risers. But just a quick recap, a 3-set win. Farm Fresh Foxies against Shauna Alvarez and the Capital One Solar Spikers. Our director is Marvin Chavez, game producer Carlo Grajo. For Lexi Rodriguez, Ayala Sanyero, I'm Eric Ipan. Thanks for watching. We have more coming up right here on your Signal TV channels.